Army clears Doguwa, says he fired AK-47 in Falgore forest. Can you imagine? This is Doguwa, an APC chieftain I used to talk anyhow, that is allegedly arrested and connected to some kind of murder case that happened in Kano. Okay, I think it was about campaign violence that led to the murder of certain individuals, and he was arrested. Now, Nigerian army is coming to clear him, saying that he fired AK-47 in the Falgore forest. Ha! Now, wow, this country, the case of highest bidder. Instead of doing a more detailed investigation, they have now come up with conclusion of the matter straight up. The Nigerian Defense Headquarters has said a viral video of the majority leader of the House of Representatives, Alhassan Doguwa, bearing a gun was taken during the 3 Brigade Nigerian Army training exercise, where he was invited as a special guest and he fired AK-47 rifle in Falgore forest ceremoniously. Can you imagine? So he was seen with a gun, and how was he seen with a gun? Was he seen with a gun on the road, or was he seen with a gun in the forest where the event happened? Our defense spokesperson, Brigadier General Tukur Gusau, said the defense headquarters wishes to state that the video is a calculated attempt by mischief makers to discredit the armed forces of the Nigeria and dent its image before the good people of this country and the world at large. The video is in question was taken at Falgore Forest military training camp during the 3 Brigade Nigerian Army training exercise, where Alhassan Ado Doguwa was invited as a special guest. It is important to state that when senior citizens and special guests are invited for such exercise, they are accorded the honor to participate in the firing exercise as a ceremonial firing party. Ceremonial firing is such an exercise. In such an exercise is the practice the world over, and it is not new in the armed forces, and several other senior citizens have participated in such exercises in the past. Gusau claimed that the viral video was posted with an intent to dent the image of the military at the time the role of the armed forces in the last presidential and National Assembly election was hailed by Nigerians and the international community. Who told you they hailed the military? The military didn't do anything special. That is the truth. They didn't do anything special. They didn't do anything special. They didn't do anything special in this presidential election. Let's forget about them. Okay. He stated that some clerics had equally released audio clips containing wrong interpretations of the speech the majority leader made on the occasion, saying the doctored interpretation of the speech is capable of instigating crisis, thus leading to heightened tension as the country prepares for a smooth transition to another elected government. The defense spokesman stated that the military would continue to discharge its constitutional responsibilities while remaining apolitical to strengthen the democratic values of the nation. Can you imagine? Yeah? So, meaning that the gun they saw him with, they saw Doguwa with, is actually permitted because it was a ceremonial shooting in the Falgore forest. He was invited, and it was a ceremonial activity that is done by the military every year. And this time around, it was their honor to invite Doguwa, and it is allowed that during such exercise, ceremonial exercise, that the dignitary or the personality they invite are allowed to participate in the firing. The question is, did they see the gun in his hand in the forest during the firing exercise, or did they see the gun in his vehicle or in his entourage along the road outside the firing ground? That is not clear in this report. Doguwa, the majority leader of the House of Representatives, is being prosecuted by the police on charges bordering on criminal conspiracy, culpable homicide, causing grievous hurt mischief, and inciting disturbance. That is another thing. Just like I said at the beginning of this analysis, he is somebody that is actually under investigation for that homicide case, for for being found culpable, inciting, aiding and abetting the killing of certain people in Kano. And I know that that case is not over yet, and the military is inviting him for firing exercise. What are we doing in this country? Somebody that's under investigation by law enforcement agent for being found culpable in a murder case is being invited for ceremonial shooting event by the same by military, and the military is coming to defend it. Is that not crazy? It is actually. That's crazy. That is crazy. How can we continue like this? But because I know that this police case is not over yet, Doguwa is still under investigation, but then it's moving freely in the air. He was arrested by the police in Kano over the death of 3 persons in his constituency in the February 25 presidential election. Yeah. He was arrested over these 3 people, and he said he masterminded it. He was actually the key person, and he's still under investigation. But police has put all of that aside, okay, and then decided, the army has neglected all of that, and they decided to invite him for a shooting event. Isn't that laughable? It is actually. That's very laughable. And now the same army is coming to defend him now. The same army is coming to defend him. Quite unfortunate. Someone say, I have thought of that the moment I saw the clip. I knew it was system hitters on duty. What is system hitters on duty? So the fact here remains that why did the military invite him when he's under police investigation for a murder case already being handled by the police? Now that case is not over. Inviting for something else. And this is a very proud APC person in that state that is always insulting other people and talks anyhow, especially against other religious faiths. This guy is so arrogant in the state. And that's why, because of their thuggery, the politics of thuggery in APC, he has his own thugs. And now, because of that presidential election, I think they were doing a few days to that election or during the election or so, when this issue of the killing of 3 people occurred because of political violence, he was arrested and still being questioned, and that investigation is still on. You are inviting him for another activity that has to do with gun, has to do with firing. How can we continue like this? So at the end of the day, this Doguwa now will come out and be working with impunity. Small boy will come out now and be walking around with impunity. And how are we sure that he will not have this AK-47 in his car, he will not have it in his house, he will not have it around him at all times? Will the military? Because I don't understand. The way gun is in all over the country now, people wield out AK-47 like no man business, especially in the north. Yeah, it has gotten so bad. I know that since when the Fulani herdsmen said they carry AK-47 with their cattle in the bush, I knew that it is over. Anybody can have it. But when they just catch you and they see that you don't have level, they use you to shine. But other people are carrying it and nothing is happening. Quite unfortunate. So this is the case of Doguwa and gun in the Kano metropolis.